crimes, as the Anti-Hate Task Force will be meeting a little bit later on. But first, we're joined by Ronald Wright and Tiffany Kelly to share a little bit more about it. Thanks, both of you, for coming in today. Really appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So this is a relatively new endeavor, right, to try to make some change in the county. Talk first about some of the examples that we see of some of the things we're trying to correct, and then we'll get into the corrective stage. What are we seeing in the county?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, this is the brainchild of Evan Glass, one of our council members over in Montgomery County, and it is in response to an increase in documented hate crimes in our county. So he decided to bring together various protected groups of people so that we could discuss some of the things that we were experiencing and seeing. And so that is the result, and that is why we're here.
What in 2023, what types of hate crimes are we seeing in the county?
Well, Steve, we're seeing the usual, particularly in our MCPS system. Nuisance, vandalism, we're seeing racial slurs, you name it, it's still commonplace. Actually a throwback from what we've been seeing since 1619. So in some instances, the students are feeling not only unsafe from student perpetrators, but unsafe by, unfortunately, teachers and administrators who also perpetrate hate.
And talk about that for a minute, too. How much of this are we addressing when it comes to students versus just the rest of the population in the county?
One thing we were able to do that I believe is something that we should continuously do is we had a listening session with our district professionals, but also nearly 100 students from all over the county. And the student voice is not heard enough. We tend to hear from the higher ups, but they're the ones that are the litmus test to say if our endeavors are working or not. And we were able to hear that while the county has done extensive work with all types of studies and put together a lot of different resources, our students really weren't experiencing the benefits of those resources.
Yeah, you definitely want to hear from them, get that firsthand knowledge as to what they're experiencing. Hopefully that will be an impetus to change. So Ronald, how's the process go from here as far as, you'll take your recommendations to everybody else so that we'll do the same. What's the hope?
Well, the hope, Steve, after 6-7 weeks of arduous, hard, traumatizing, and triggering work, particularly for African Americans who've been terrorized forever, is to come up with some strategies or recommendations not to indict the county or the county stakeholders, but to work in partnership with them, as we see this as a shared responsibility on the government side and also on the public side. So you'll hear at least 18 recommendations tonight. They will affect our schools, they will address our law enforcement, and also our faith-based and community concerns in Montgomery County.
Anything specific you want to share now as far as some of the recommendations?
It's just like that good movie, Steve. We can't reveal. But I will say this, there's a lot of investment going on now in combating hate. So the governor also has appointed a commission that's chaired by our Attorney General, Anthony Brown. Ours is a local cohort. We have 6 different cohorts as well. We're one: Jewish, LGBTQ, Muslim, and Latino. And so one of the things that we are saying, particularly with law enforcement, is that we kind of mimic what the state and the country is doing and have our own commission as these incidents of hate are more intimate to us as a community. So we want to clearly identify the perpetrators. We want to also try to de-radicalize a lot of the ones who are radicalized towards hate, even in person or in cyber. So that's one of the big things. But the other 2 areas we're going to impact, as I said, would be the faith-based and Tiffany's area of MCPS, where she is really expert in and has a child in the school.
So we'll be able to revisit this. I know that we're going to have more presentations throughout the next couple of months, and then hopefully some more revelations come out by the end of the year. Real quick, though, if folks are watching and they're just like, listen, let me add to your long list already, is there a way that they can do so? As you continue the process?
I would say be sure you join us tonight, because we are going to be presenting tonight, but definitely Councilmember Glass's office can definitely get them in touch with our groups, and we encourage feedback from everyone in our community.
And Steve, quickly, all they have to do is type in Montgomery County Anti-Hate Task Force, and that will give them the link to our meeting tonight, which starts at 7 p.m. We'll also culminate with a written report at the end of November that we will probably present to the council.
Right. And all our videos are on YouTube, so they can go back and look.
Easy way to find it. We just put the one link there, but great ways to just look it up too. Folks can get all the information they need. In the meantime, Ronald, Tiffany, thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. Keep up the good work in the community. It is 8:22.